What will you do when a woman ignores you? Will you freak out like a spoiled child, or act with the stoicism of a man and destroy her ego? When a woman ignores you and you start freaking out, she believes she is too good for you. But when you don't let her lure you into her trap, you not only destroy her ego, but also make her crawl back to you, begging for your attention. But how do you do that? How can you use reverse psychology to make her regret her decision? Today, I will educate you on ways that you can use to your advantage to take control of the situation and maintain your value without losing your self-respect and confidence. Never put her on a pedestal. It's easy to look at an attractive woman and imagine she's perfect, a goddess, an angel, a princess. But when you worship a woman by constantly complimenting her, professing your dying devotion, and acting like you'll do anything for her approval, it never inspires admiration. It actually kills her attraction and respect for you. On a deep evolutionary level, women are wired to seek strong, confident mates who stand on their own 2 feet. By fawning over a woman and elevating her to an unrealistic pedestal, you broadcast neediness and weakness. You set the frame that she is the prize, not you. This dynamic erodes her ability to look up to you as a secure, masculine partner. Without that polarity, her feminine desire for your masculine essence, her arousal and attraction begin to wane. She may enjoy the initial ego boost of your praise and gifts, but soon she starts seeking that missing spark with someone else, often mistaking her loss of respect for you as falling out of love. So, if you cherish a woman, by all means, tell her, but do so from a place of balance and strength. Never worship her so loudly that you drown out your own inner worth and value. Keep standing tall on your own foundation, embracing your mission and purpose, apart from her. This unwavering self-respect is what inspires her to earn your commitment, not the other way around. Never agree with everything she says, as tempting as it is to nod along with her every opinion when you're infatuated. This kills authentic communication. Healthy relationships involve open, honest exchanges from both partners, not just blind agreement. That old trope of happy wife, happy life has it backwards. Research shows couples who communicate freely and challenge each other respectfully enjoy deeper bonds and satisfaction. Women crave an emotionally strong man who knows himself deeply. When you echo her views like a yes man, you cheat her of understanding you on a core level. She can't fully trust feelings that aren't anchored to your real beliefs and boundaries. On a visceral level, your inability to disagree flags you as an emasculated nice guy, not the masculine mate her instincts seek. Like the pedestal, too much acquiescence inadvertently repels her over time. Speak up, debate, and disagreement handled maturely builds authentic intimacy. Don't confuse blind loyalty with love. Help co-create true understanding between you by sharing yourself fully and honestly. Never hide your masculine essence. As our forefathers knew, women profoundly desire men rooted in their primal masculine energy. But modern society often conditions men to cloud this radiance for fear of offense. Don't make this mistake. Neutering your perspective and decisiveness in a misguided attempt to be sensitive profoundly backfires. Like number 10, you deny a woman the gift of feeling your true, strong self. Stand tall in your warrior energy. Speak from the heart with conviction. And yes, even disagree and debate her at times. Be decisive and own your preferences instead of passively deferring. Face adversity and conflict head-on rather than flee. This channels the primal masculine life force energy that ignites feminine arousal and attraction. By courageously dissenting from her, polarizing differences, and standing your ground, you allow sacred feminine energy to flow into her and dance in union with your clarity. Never overtext a woman, especially early on. In our digital age, Texting often feels like the easiest way to advance a budding connection. But when you text excessively or make yourself too available, it reeks of desperation, the ultimate attraction killer. Women intrinsically value men of purpose and intrigue who stand apart from the crowd. Men who text constantly, reply instantly, and rush to lock down future plans signal they have nothing better going on than to hover around her digital presence. She begins to associate you with feelings of annoyance rather than excitement. You become the bothersome nice guy blowing up her phone, not the mysterious stud tickling her curiosity. Even if she entertains the attention at first, she'll quickly tire of mundane conversations leeching her energy. So, play some hard to get. Don't anxiously pounce on replies or obsess over crafting clever texts. Limit yourself to setting dates leading to real-world intimacy. Your purposeful restraint builds desire and intrigue much more than digital dependence ever could. Never validate a woman excessively, especially with superficial compliments on her appearance. Doing so raises the same red flags as the previous mistakes. It screams emotional weakness and approval-seeking rather than high self-worth. Healthy masculine energy flows outward to give value, not inward to extract it. Men stuck in scarcity believe they must flood women with disingenuous praise to fill their own empty cups. She sees right through this covert contract, interpreting excessive compliments as attempts to manipulate credit with her. Even sincere admiration loses its charm quickly when overdone. Occasional appreciation can make her glow with pride. But when you fawn over her constantly, you indirectly diminish her beauty as common rather than rare. Not to mention you train her ego to rely on external validation rather than self-confidence, an endless demoralizing cycle. She yearns for a man already overflowing with pride and purpose, who highlights her best traits as special accents, not basic requirements for his attention. So, speak your truth with self-assurance, and let her qualify herself to you, not the other way around. Never let a woman walk all over you. As tempting as it is to avoid rocking the boat, allowing bad behavior slides down a slippery slope to getting utterly disrespected. Nothing erodes a woman's attraction more than seeing her partner as a doormat. Women inherently crave men with healthy boundaries, who stand up for themselves. The masculine spirit knows when to draw lines firmly and say no more. Too many men fear the conflict of defending their rights, and instead silently enable mistreatment in exchange for scraps of affection. This not only breeds resentment, but signals you don't value your worth. No woman can desire a man who kneels voluntarily rather than standing tall. She begins seeing you as a boy, terrified to lose her, rather than a man with nothing to lose. Before long, she's seeking thrills with men who know their value and act accordingly. If a woman attempts to shame, threaten, control, or disrespect you, speak up unapologetically. You teach people how to treat you, and emotionally strong men refuse to tolerate abuse. Make no mistake, letting her cross lines without accountability kills her desire and earns her contempt. Demand the appreciation you deserve. Never ignore red flags or tolerate intolerable behavior. Just to be with someone. When infatuation blindness sets in, it's easy to dismiss even deal-breaking issues as not so bad. But allowing dysfunction and toxicity to fester for the sake of relationship security is suicidal. Healthy feminine energy thrives by reflecting back the emotional stability it finds. The more you tolerate poor treatment from a woman, the more her unconscious mirrors and magnifies that dynamic back onto you. Bit by bit, mutually destructive roles cement until the relationship turns utterly toxic. Before you know it, episodes of mistreatment become your normal, validating each other's worst traits. Now caught in a vicious trauma bond, Your sense of self-worth withers away in exchange for the euphoric highs between miserable lows. No matter how strong your chemistry, casual intimacy, or history, refusing to tolerate the intolerable is non-negotiable. The moment a woman crosses established lines without remorse is the moment you must be willing to walk away, no matter how painful. Your dignity and self-respect always come first. Never rush prematurely into commitments with a woman. Early relationship energy can feel so intoxicating that labeling each other as boyfriend and girlfriend feels like the next logical step. But patience is instrumental in building bonds that endure. When you declare commitment too soon, you pressure delicate intimacy that requires time and space to unfold organically. Getting overly attached or pushing for definition backfires. It conveys clinginess rather than the self-assuredness women crave. Feminine energy flows towards strong masculine essence that moves slowly, deliberately, and sticks to its principles. Needy energy grabs desperately at fleeting affection that then slips through frantic fingers. Calm those urges to lock her down into a relationship. Let trust and connections establish roots over time through shared vulnerability. Allow her feminine desire to blossom and chase your purposeful masculine energy. If it helps, casually date other women so you don't become consumed by scarcity fears. Trust that if it's meant to progress into something serious, you need not force that destiny prematurely. Patience pays exponential dividends down the road. Never lose focus of your mission and purpose. Over a romantic interest. When Cupid's spell binds you, it's tempting to obsess over your lover and neglect self-growth. But retaining purpose beyond the relationship proves foundational. Women respect men on the rise, putting themselves first, not drops in the bucket living for others. Her hindbrain questions whether you'd stand tall without her support. When Cupid's spell binds you, it's tempting to obsess over your lover and neglect self-growth. But retaining purpose beyond the relationship proves foundational. Women respect men on the rise, putting themselves first, not drops in the bucket living for others. Her hindbrain questions whether you'd stand tall without her support if she's all you live for. When you stray off course, chasing her rather than your dreams, you signal distress, eroding her primal respect. Stay true to your goals, ambitions, and noble aspirations, taking priority over chasing feminine attention. This inspires her to support and admire you as a driven, self-sufficient man rather than a clingy boyfriend. Let your purpose radiate as the core of your being. Everything else, including her presence, revolves around this radiant center, not the other way around. Never neglect close friendships and family for a romantic relationship. Independent men who retain priority friendships and family commitments attract women tremendously. Your inner circle provides emotional security and support, forming the bedrock for any romantic connection built sustainably on top. Refusing to compromise your deepest bonds demonstrates high self-worth and integrity. Abandoning friends or family for a woman signals she controls you, not your principles. A strong man blends both worlds harmoniously, letting neither dictate the other. Nurture your inner circle by maintaining guy time, family dinners, and fulfilling connections independent of your romantic interest. This not only preserves your identity, but models your desirability as someone others value beyond romantic pursuits. If a woman truly cares, she respects your commitments rather than demanding isolation. Prioritize friends and family to stay balanced, grounded, and highly attractive. Never compromise your fundamental values or well-being to please a woman. The strongest relationships allow both partners to walk their truth unapologetically. Compromising core tenets of your identity to appease her repels feminine energy. The more you sacrifice your principles, the more her unconscious withdraws attraction, sensing your instability. If a woman truly cares for you, she'll support your non-negotiable standards, even when they differ. The essence of masculine energy lies in unwavering conviction. Without it, you become a chameleon, reflecting others rather than standing as your own radiant self. Betraying your values for validation undermines your self-respect and drives her away. Stand tall on the convictions shaping your destiny. Let her meet you as your authentic self, not the persona you think she desires. Conclusion. And there you have it, the 11 critical things you should never do for a woman if you want to create healthy, successful relationships that empower you both. Now go out there and connect authentically without these mistakes holding you back. Confidently express your masculine essence and walk your path unapologetically. That's the mindset that wins her genuine admiration, respect, and desire. Let me know in the comments how this advice changes your dating life, and don't forget to like and subscribe.